You're watching In the Loop, and I'm your host, Sydney Williams. Today, I have with me our Associate Athletic Director, Seth Dutton. Seth, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I know we're kind of in the midst of our fall sports season. What are some important games or events we have coming up?
Well, volleyball hosts Arkansas Tech on Thursday, and then we host Harding on Friday. And then starting September 28th, we have our rodeo, our one rodeo event a year. So that'll be out at the rodeo grounds. And we just had a meeting, and we're fired up about how many people are coming to Durant. We've got about 550 contestants. So that'll be a 3-day event, and it'll be a lot of fun. Football will be on the road on Saturday, and so I believe we're at Henderson State. So it'll be a busy week for us in athletics, but it's always that way. When August hits, it's controlled chaos sometimes because we just have so many events going on.
That's completely understandable. So where can students find information about Southeastern athletics?
So there's a couple places you can go. One, go southeastern.com. Obviously, that's where you go to find out all of our information and everything like that. Another great resource is your student email. A lot of students don't realize I send out marketing material to the students about games coming up, events coming up, giveaways we're doing at games to increase and enhance student attendance. A big thing is if you sign up to get your total ticket, which is your student pass for the entire year, which is free of charge, you get to get a lot of that information about when we're giving away Whataburger for a year. Did you know we're giving away Whataburger for a calendar year at a game?
I did not, but I will be there.
So there you go. So you'll have to check your student email, and there'll be details on that and how to win and stuff like that. So those are the two main places, and then obviously word of mouth on campus. You know, we've got 355 student athletes that all have all different events going on, and so that's a big thing they do is communicate. Hey, come to our games, come to our events. You'll see us in the Union passing out stuff too during high traffic times in the cafeteria. We try to catch people coming out of class and just handing them flyers. Hey, come to the games. We've got promotions for everything. But yeah, the two biggest is go southeastern.com, and then obviously your student email. That's a big one for us. And then Twitter, obviously social media. Go Southeastern Facebook, Instagram. Our Twitters are verified, so our reach is in the millions, and so we always put stuff out constantly for that.
So all of our social media has the Go Southeastern handle.
Yes, it's all at Go Southeastern on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and then whatever other ones our social media team runs. So those are the three that I try to keep up with.
So I know you are a Southeastern graduate and you are a former Southeastern athlete. Why are you so passionate about being at Southeastern?
Well, I think it's the best place to be. And I'm very biased when I say that, but I've had the great opportunity to go work at other universities, and they were great places to be. But being on this campus and seeing the growth we've had from when I was a student here, when we had 3,800 students, and now our enrollment's the highest it's ever been, over 5,000. I think those things are fantastic. It's a great place to be. I take a lot of pride in that. And in just being an alum, but a lot of people don't know this. I'm not the first alum from Southeastern in my family, and I was not the first student athlete from Southeastern in my family. So my dad played baseball here in the 80s. He actually played for the same head baseball coach I got to play for, so I joke that that was good for him and maybe not so good for me because, he would just rag me because me and my dad were two completely different players. He could fly, he could run. I could not run. I was like a refrigerator running. It was pretty bad. And then a lot of people don't know this either. My sister is playing at Southeastern right now, so she's on the softball team. So this place means a lot to me. When I came here from a junior college, I really fell in love with my experience and fell in love with what this place is. And really, looking back on it, I think it's the best place to be. So that's why I'm very passionate about Southeastern and very passionate about the blue and gold, obviously yellow shoes. I'm very passionate about what we do.
So what I'm hearing is Southeastern tradition runs deep in your roots. What is your favorite game day tradition?
So when I played football here, I really thought the walk was really cool. So 25 minutes prior to kick, the football team exits the stadium and walks up University. And I always thought that was so unique and different because it wasn't some big produced thing. It was just very organic. The football team comes and walks up, 150 feet of sidewalk. But looking back on it, it was a great opportunity to engage our community, our fans, our youth, and other groups on campus as well. The band would play, the Sparks would dance, the cheer team would be there. And so I always really enjoyed that. I thought it was so cool and unique, and it was just so natural. It wasn't a big produced, pep rally type thing. It just was the football team walks, and I always just thought it was really cool. And I thought it was really cool when I did it to see, the professors I had, and they would be, in there giving us a high five, and someone telling me to turn my work in as I'm walking by, but that's another story for another day. But that was so big for me. I thought that was really, really cool. And then when I played baseball here too, back when the parking lot was not there and it was the tennis courts, we would have other teams, fans set up, and it would get rowdy out there. And it wasn't really a tradition, but when someone hit a home run over there, you definitely knew that they were having a good time, and they also, I feel bad. I played right field sometimes, and they were really, really good with me, but I felt bad for the visiting team sometimes when the right fielder would be out there. But, those are big things as well, and that student engagement was so big. And, and with baseball too, we were really good. We were nationally ranked. So that was a lot of fun, just being able to have that fan engagement, that crowd engagement.
And I'm going to ask you one final question.
Okay.
Why do you think it's so important for students to be involved on campus, and especially in Southeastern athletics?
How much time do we have?
30 seconds.
Oh, gosh. One of the big things is, with student involvement is I want to create an atmosphere that when other teams come here, when they leave, they are flustered because of the environment our students create, but also say, wow, they do a really good job. Those students are really involved, and they really love Southeastern. And so those things are very, very important. And I've read multiple articles, multiple studies that a good home crowd typically adds, especially in basketball, adds 5 to 7 more points per game. So you look at a lot of games that we've had that were maybe a 3-point loss or a 3-point win. The students being there, that could have been the difference. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a real big thing for me, to create that environment that students can have fun and really support our teams, because, you see us on campus and in class, and then you see us on the court. And I want them to have a memorable experience, because students that have a memorable experience on our campus, they're more likely to come back and be a part of things down the road. I had a great experience when I was here. I loved it. I wouldn't ask for anything different. I loved it so much that I never wanted to leave, and it was good that I left, but I'm glad that I'm back. But I think that's very important, that the students are involved and are engaged with what we have going on, and a lot of our traditions that we do at games. And obviously football, basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, those are a lot of our home events that are consistent. And so just being out there and having a presence, because, it takes 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 people to create that environment, and it just starts to build. And so I think it's important, and it's also free to come to our games, and it's something to do. I make a big argument that on Saturday afternoons and on Thursday nights in Durant, in basketball season and football season, those are the biggest shows in town. And then when you have volleyball, baseball, softball sprinkled in, those are big weekends. And so, all of our venues are pretty much on campus, so you can walk to them as well. So, you just download your total ticket and go. And so that's one thing that we're going to continue to work on, is try to create and engage that student body through our various groups: Sparks, dance, band, cheer, SGA, all those different groups, and I'll say this: if you're a student group and you want some recognition, email me. Let me know. I want to know what you all are doing, because I want to be able to highlight that to our donors, our fans, our alumni, our faculty, and our staff. Those things are very important to me, because that also, what does that do? That enhances our student experience.
Right. Well, thank you to Seth Dutton for coming out to talk to us all about Southeastern athletics. Make sure you keep looking at Go Southeastern for all athletic information. Thank you for watching In the Loop. I'm Sydney Williams.